What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Blue Line Patriot. So today is going to be a 2-year kind of a long-term review of the Bros holster IWB. So I got this a little over 2 years ago when I started working contract security. If you go back X amount of years, it might be 2 years or so, back on my channel, you'll see when I got this and I did an original unboxing review. So it's been 2 years. I literally wear this every single day. The only time that I haven't worn this is when I was at the beach. Other than that, I've literally had it on my side every single day. So I love this holster. I mean, it's to the point where it's just extremely comfortable for me. I have zero issue with it. But what does happen over time, for me anyway, and it might just be the way that this plastic was at the time, I don't know, whatever. But one problem that I did run into is after 2 years of taking it on and off every single day, you'll see that right in here I have a little bit of cracking going on right in the base. You can see it pretty good. Let me get a better grip on it so I can kind of show you better. But right at the base where the screws are, it's starting to lift up, and it's doing that on both sides. And the reason I bought a Bros holster specifically was because it was the only one that I can find on the market that was compatible for a TLR 8AG. And I'm very particular and kind of picky when it comes to my equipment. I could have gotten a TLR 7 or maybe just a regular 8, not even an 8, TLR 7 or whatever. I wanted a laser, I wanted it to be green, whatever. So at the time, 2 years ago, this was sort of the only thing I can grab. And the only thing that I could find was compatible with that was the Bros holster. Now, so obviously after 2 years, every single day of putting it on and off, that cracked. So I did but I emailed Bros to see if they had a warranty. I wasn't sure if I had a warranty with this or not. If I had to buy another one, it's just fine. And even today, 2 years later, Bros are the only guys making a holster compatible with for the Hellcat Pro with a TLR 8AG. We the People holsters, they say that they strive to make every combination possible, and they don't have one for the Hellcat Pro and the TLR AG right now. I did put a request in to have it made, and they said that they would, so that's kind of cool. But I needed a new holster kind of nowish, so I emailed Bros and, you know, showed them what was going on, asked them if they had a warranty, and they did tell me that they didn't actually acknowledge any kind of warranty, but I did say I literally wear this every single day. It's for work, and it's breaking here. So they asked me to send a picture or a couple of pictures of the actual damage. So I sent them what I showed you, and they were kind enough to actually send me a brand new shell. They said they can send me a black shell for free, which is this one here, or if I wanted to cover the cost of the materials, that they can dip this or, you know, do whatever camo pattern, whatever. Now, the thing about concealed carry holsters is that they're always in my pants. I'm not really showing anybody anything, so I figured, fuck it, I'll go with the black. So I went with the black. Black was freeze for me, so that's kind of cool. They did honor kind of a trade out. I don't want to say it's a warranty because I just don't really know. We didn't really have that discussion. Maybe not, I don't know. But it is kind of cool, so all I have to do is just take out the 2 screws there, put it there, take those out, pop it in there, and my holster is good to go again. So anyway, that was kind of cool. I just kind of wanted to share that experience, give them a little bit of props, give them credit where credit is due. Especially being the only guys in the market, as far as I can tell, that have, you know, a holster that's compatible with the Hellcat Pro and the TLR 8. So that was kind of cool. So what I'm going to do in the next couple minutes, I'm going to take all the hardware from that, plug it into this, show you it all, you know, all put together, and that'll be that. Give me a second. All right, guys, so I got it together. Zero issue, nice and easy. Now, I will say a couple of things. Critical notes, if 4 Bros are watching or anybody knows those guys. I have some pretty awesome, I think, pretty cool notes that may help. So like I said, I wore this holster every day for 2 years. I like the holster. I haven't found anybody else who makes this holster, so credit where credit's due. Perfect, right? So when I was putting this together, now the hardware itself, it all held up pretty good. There was a little bit of rust in the screws and the nuts, or screws in the, I guess, screws and nuts or fasteners or whatever you want to call them. All of the washers held up really well. 2 plastic ones in there, 2 rubber ones in there. They're still doing just fine. These are a little bit sticky now, but whatever. They're still going to hold up. They're still going to work. So as far as the equipment, the fasteners, all the hook itself, or the 2 hooks, I should say, everything's great. So I found a weak point that if I was designing these, I would like to know. Because maybe they don't wear the same, have the same combinations and all. Maybe it's something 4 Bros just doesn't know. But awesome note. Now, of course, the reason that I got a new one is because this area was cracking. Since I took these off, I did nothing to it. I just unscrewed the pieces, put them down, oiled them up, put them back in, wiped this rust off of them, oiled them up, put everything back together. So that's solid, good to go. So what I found here after taking it apart is the cracking is actually much more substantial than I thought. I thought it was just at the base of these 2 parts, but watch when I push down here, it exposes a lot more that I could not see with all the hardware on it. So this part is actually completely snapped, right? And this is not a dig. This is what's going to happen. It's to be expected, and I'll get to that in just a minute, so bear with me. So you can see that part completely snapped. In here is all cracked. Under here is cracked. And this is cracked a lot more than I thought it was on this side too. See that little crack there? It's just starting. Now it's not completely compromised, but it is cracking. So it's a lot more substantial than I thought. But I realized why this is happening. It's happening because easy fix. And here's the thing: there's a super easy fix to this. So if you're associated with 4 Bros or maybe you work for whatever, I found an easy fix. So the reason that all that cracking is happening is because this is an outstanding, top of the line as far as I'm concerned, fastener. The hooks are the best hooks I've ever used in my life. Now there's a little bit of like stuff down there, but that's going to happen if you're using your equipment. But let me get in there. You can see the double hooks. See how there's like this regular hook that you can see from the outside, but there's 2 interior hooks in there. And those interior hooks make it very stable, makes it a very stable design, a very solid design. You are never going to lose this holster. Even if somebody holds you upside down and shakes you, your gun might fall out, but your holster will never, ever fall out. It's got a very good grip to it. Because of that, in order to take this off your belt every day, you have to lift these parts right here. You have to lift them. So when you lift them, it puts tension on this part here, right? So what happens is, because these parts right here are raised, it's already kind of compromised. The base of where this is raised is already kind of weaker because it's not like solid, it's not flat. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does not have the structural integrity as maybe something that's just flat, perhaps if there was just holes dug or holes drilled. So easy fix. The problem is that there's not enough flexibility where these screws are. So to fix that, we have spacers in here, but those are plastic spacers. If those were rubber spacers, you would have a lot more flexibility in there, and it would increase the longevity of this Kydex. And here, it's happening because, like I said, when you have to pull these parts up, pull them up, what happens is it bends this. And if it bends this every single day, hot weather, cold weather, I mean, you just know, you bend it every single day, eventually it's going to give. It's the same concept if you have a credit card and you fold it in half, and then you fold it in half the other way, and fold it in half the other way, fold it in half the other way. Eventually that credit card will snap in half. That's basically what happened here. It's constantly being flexed every single day, which is going to create these cracks. And it's flexing because there's no give, there's no bendiness to the point where the hook is actually attached to the Kydex. So if these washers were if they were rubber washers, you'd be golden. You'd have a lot more strength in that area as far as the plastic is concerned, and it would greatly, I don't know how much, but it would greatly increase the longevity. There's another word I'm trying to think of here, but you guys get the point. If that flexes more, then obviously the plastic won't crack as easily, which means it's going to last longer. So awesome. And where do we get the plastic washers? Or the rubber washers? I don't know if these will work in place of those plastic washers, but they might. And if they do, 4Bros already has the equipment. I guess what I would do is probably phase those out, because let's just face it, a lot of guys don't use their equipment enough to ever run into that sort of a problem. But me, I work professionally with this firearm, with this holster, so it's off duty, on duty, literally with me, you know, unless I'm at the beach or swimming or something, it's literally with me 24/7. So that is what I discovered after taking this all apart, after using it for 2 years. It's what I, came across. So anyway, I just wanted to make people aware of that. If you do have this holster and you do have these washers, if you're not running into any issues, awesome, good for you. Me personally, apparently I do run into those issues, so I'm definitely going to swap these out for some rubber washers, and hopefully that'll extend the life of this holster. And so I'm going to do that basically as soon as possible. I'll probably head down to Home Depot, see if I can find some, change them out, and if that works, great, but we won't know for about 2 years. But as far as my 2 cents and my feedback as an everyday user of the 4Bros holster product, that is what I would recommend. Just get some more flexible washers in there, and it would definitely increase the longevity of the Kydex. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Stay safe out there, stay American, and God bless Donald Trump.